Hey guys, sorry for not posting for like a very long time. I think my last post was all the way in July. It's October now. And speaking of October, I'm posting this video on Halloween. So, happy Halloween. I know this isn't a related spooky chapter, but that's okay. At least I have chapter 3 ready for you guys to read and listen to. So here we go. Chapter 3, The Beast. It's been a few days since Benny told me I was a good different. I think he actually likes me, or at least I hope he does. I'm starting to really like him, though I know I shouldn't, but he's different. As we were playing, Ham hit a homer over the fence. Come on, man, you idiot. No, we can't play no more. I was confused as why they didn't just go over and get the ball. Maybe they were just too lazy, so Smalls and I decided to get it. We ran over to the fence, and I was about to start climbing when Squints yells, YN! They all started running towards us. Guys, I'll get it. I said, Smalls, YN! They looked terrified. What are you doing? I yelled as they got closer. YN, wait! They yelled back as I was almost over the fence. Sorry. Guys, what are you doing? They started reaching for me. YN. I was so confused. Get off, guys. I gotta get the ball. I said as they tried to pull me down. Get off me now, I yelled as Benny grabbed my waist and pulled me down, setting down on my feet softly. Holy crap, you could have been killed! Yeah, truly, what were you doing? They were acting like I was going to jump off a cliff. You guys were leaving, so I thought I would just hop over the fence, and I got off by Squints. If you were thinking you would have thought that, he says in a serious tone. You can't go back there. You can't go back there. Then how do we get the ball back? Scotty asked. We don't, said Timmy. We don't, repeated Tommy. It's history, said Tommy. It's history, repeated Timmy. Kiss it goodbye, said Timmy. Kiss it good. Shut up, Tommy. It's gone, man. Gone, said Bertram. Game's over. We'll just get a new ball tomorrow, said Benny, disappointed. Yeah, we'll never see it again. I looked at Smalls. Well, why not? They all turned back around and looked at me. The Beast, they said in union. What's that? Said Scotty. Benny walked up to us. Go to the fence really slow and be quiet. He says, but no. Just go peek through the hole. He says, but I saw something. I said nervously, what's back there? Sky said, it's okay, just go, said Benny. Me and Scotty looked at each other and began walking towards the fence. Shh, the boys said behind us. We peeked through the hole and we heard a growl and saw a big paw grab the ball. We jumped back, but when I jumped back, I fell onto Benny. I stood up and looked at him. Something got the ball. What was that thing? The boys looked at each other. Camp out, they said in union. After we walked home, me and Scotty begged our mom to let us go. Please, Mom, I'll be there to protect Scotty. And the boys are really sweet, Ma. Please? I said, begging. Yeah, Mom, I promise I'll be okay. Scotty says, I don't know, Bill. What do you think? We all turned to Bill at his desk. What? Oh, yeah. Let him go. Let them have their fun, he said, not even looking up from his work. I know Mom didn't even think to care if I went, even if they were just boys. So we just had to make it okay. For Scotty, Mom looked at Scotty. Okay, you can go, but you guys better be careful. And YN, look out for your little brother, she said, giving me the mom look. I will, Mom, I promise. Me and Scotty ran up the stairs to pack right before we were about to go. Mom made us do the dishes, but our jackets and put our jackets on. It's chilly out there. When we finished, I yelled, "We're leaving! Bye, Mom!" And we ran to Benny's house. "Finally, we're here. Let's go," he said, rolling his eyes. We got to the treehouse, and as we were walking in, Sky says, "Hey guys, sorry we're late. Our mom made us put our jackets on and do the dishes." The boys started laughing, and my face turned red, but Benny looked at me and gave me a warm smile, and suddenly I felt calm. Sky's POV. I walked over and sat by Ham. "Hey, do you want a s'more?" He said. I looked at him confused. "Some more of what?" I replied, No. Do you want a s'more?" He repeated. Now I was really confused. I haven't had anything yet, so how can I have some more of nothing? I questioned. He rolled his eyes. "You're killing me, Smalls." He gathered stuff from the table. "These are s'more stuff," he said. I nodded. "Okay, pay attention. First, you take the graham. You stick the chocolate on the graham. Then you roast the mallow. And then when the mallow is flaming, you stick the chocolate. Then you cover it with you cover it with the other end. Then you stuff." He took a big bite out of the s'more. "Kind of messy, but good. Try some," he said, handing me the s'more. I tried a bite. It was delicious. Benny's POV. Just as I was about to talk to Wyan, I hear Squints. "Quiet, guys. Quiet. Shh. Quiet. Are you trying to wake it up? It just went to bed." "What just went to bed?" Smalls loudly. "Shh. The beast." "Oh, yeah!" Smalls yelled. "Shh. Quiet." As Squints was about to start the story, I felt somebody sit by me. I looked over, and it was Wyan. She flashed a smile, and then looked back at Squints. She was beautiful. Her smile was perfect. Her hair, her eyes, her skin, everything. She's perfect. I looked back at Squints, and he started. "The legend of the beast goes back a long time, before any of us could even pick up a baseball. Back to a place called Myrtle's Anchors. It's all started about 20 years ago, when thieves kept stealing junk from Myrtle's Anchors junkyard. So Mr. Myrtle, the guy that owns that place, got him a new pup from the dog pound. He fed him whole sides of beef and turned the pup loose in the junkyard. And the pup was grateful. And so in a few weeks, the pup grew into the beast. And he grew big. And he grew mean, so that he could protect the junkyard with only one thing on his mind: to kill everyone that broke in. And he did. And he liked it a lot. The beast was the most perfect junkyard dog that ever lived, a true killing machine. But after a while, the cops started getting phone calls from people reporting all the missing thieves. The one the beast had killed, it added up to about 173 guys. It's true, they never found a single body. Not one. Some people say that they all got away, but knew what really happened. The beast ate them. He ate them bone and all. The beast was too good at his guard job, so the police said he had to be retired. My grandpa, Squidman Palladorus, was officer police chief back then. He ordered Mr. Myrtle to turn his junkyard into a fortress and chain up the beast and put him under the house, where he could never get out to eat children and stuff. That's where he's been for 20 years, and that's where he will be for the rest of his life. Because Mr. Myrtle asked the cops for how long he had to keep the beast chained up for, like a slave. They said till forever. And so the beast sits there under the lean to dreaming of the time where he can break the chain and get out. Dreaming for the time he can chase and kill again. Bertram looked over to Smalls. "See, man, that's why we can't go over there. Nobody never has. Nobody never will. One kid did, and nobody never saw him again," said Ham. I looked over at Wyan, and I can tell she's scared, so I scoot closer to her. She looked at me, holds onto my bicep, and smiles. She turns to Squints. That ain't true. Everyone looks at her. Yeah, it is. She rolls her eyes. No, it's not. You guys are just making that up to scare us, she says, looking at Smalls hiding under the blanket. Squints speaks up and says, Oh yeah? Stick your head out that window and look down. She got up and walked over to the window confidently. I heard chains moving and she jumped back. He's down there! After a long night of s'mores and stories, we all went to sleep. Wyan slept next to me since that was only space available. She was the last ones to fall asleep besides Smalls. She says she had to make sure he didn't get hurt, or else her mother would blame her forever. Once she saw he was out, he started to try and fall asleep. She was shaking, trying to keep warm with her blanket. So I guess she forgot a blanket. We can share mine if you want. I said. I gestured her to use my blanket. She looked over at me. Oh, thanks, Benny. I said after a minute. She fell asleep and began cuddling up to me. I liked it. If I were someone else, I would have pushed them away from her. But me, it was YN. I fell asleep. I have never slept so happily and peacefully. The next morning, still Benny's POV, I woke up and felt arms hugging around my waist. I looked and see YN still cuddling me. I smiled and moved closer to her. But I saw her start waking up, so I quickly closed my eyes and pretended to still be asleep. YN's POV. I waked up and saw that I was cuddling all up on Benny. He was probably weirded out, so I sat up quickly and checked to see if he was awake. I shook his shoulder, and as he started waking up and sitting up, Good morning, he says, rubbing his eyes. Good morning, I said. I looked over to see who was still asleep. Everyone was still asleep. It looked like someone was missing, so I stood up and looked over at Scotty. But he was gone. Wait a minute, I said, starting to walk over to Scotty's sleeping bag, almost panicking to see he wasn't there. What? Said Benny. The other boys started waking up. Where is Scotty? I said. And as I started making my way to the ladder, I see Scotty's head pop from the door. Oh my God, where were you? I said, helping my brother up. I just went to go to the bathroom. Why? What happened? He said, looking worried. Why didn't you tell anyone where you were going? I said, putting my head on his shoulder. Well, everyone was asleep and I didn't want to wake them up. Why are you upset? I'm fine. He said, taking my hand off his shoulder. Sorry, I said with a sigh. Hand stood up. Who's hungry? The Timmons got up, and Tommy said, I can ask my mom to make us breakfast if you guys want. All the boys nodded and we all went to sit down outside of the treehouse. When we all got down, Benny walked over to me. Did you sleep well? He said with a smirk. Yes, actually. Did you? I said, I slept amazing. He smirked and walked inside. Weird. After about 30 minutes to an hour, Mrs. Timmons came outside. Breakfast is ready, kids. We all ran and grabbed a plate and ate outside. After we finished eating and letting our food settle, we went to the sandlot, and oh boy, it was one of the hottest days out there. We waited for Squints and Yaya to come back with the ball. While we were waiting, I talked to Benny, and we talked about baseball and the babe. We stayed quiet for a second, and then we broke the silence. Hey, YN, can I tell you something? He said, starting to get serious. Of course, you can tell me anything, I said, smiling. As he was about to start talking, Squints and Yaya arrived. He rolled his eyes and started walking towards the boys. Where have you guys been? We were waiting here forever already, said Benny. Oh, Squints was perving a dish, Yaya said as he handed the ball to Benny. Shut up, I wasn't. said Squints defensively. Yeah, you were. Your tongue was hanging out, and you out of your head, and you were swerving. Oh, Wendy Peppercorn, my darling lover girl. Yeah, said, chuckling. I said shut up. I got a lot of things on my mind. Squint started walking to get a soda pop. As Benny was about to walk over to me, Ham standed in front of him. This pop isn't working, Benny. I'm baking like a toasted cheeser. It's so hot out here, he said, sweating. It's too hot out here, Benny. We can't play baseball. You have to call it off for a day. You gotta listen to him, Benny. Benny rolled his eyes. Vote then. Anybody who wants to be a can't hack it, panty waist, who wears their mama's bra, raise their hand. All the boys raised their hand, and Benny rolled his eyes again. Fine. Be like that. So what are we gonna do now? Yeah, started giggling, and the other boys looking at each other. Scan pool, honeys, they said in union. Oh no, I'm not going, I said. I grabbed my glove and started walking away. Ryan, wait, Benny yelled as he started walking towards me. Why don't you go? He asked as he stepped in front of me. I don't want to have a watch all of the guys and look at other girls while I sit there. I said, I won't look at other girls, he said. He said, smiling at me. Please, come on. I promise it'll be fun, he said, grabbing my hand. Fine, I said, as we all started walking home and getting dressed into our bathing suits. I hope you liked Chapter 3 of My Pretty Boy. I will try to get the other chapter ready for the next day. But I hope you liked this video. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And so, bye-bye. Have a happy Halloween. I hope you guys get a lot of candy. Bye.